Good morning. It is June the 30th, 2017. End of the week, end of the month, end of the quarter. So that usually impacts the trading by either holding the markets in check on a fairly tight trading range, or as far as equities go, the tendency is to rally it. Let's get started with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, the tendency in equities is for equities to rally, and Asia was off 1.55. China was up. Their PMIs magically beat the forecast. Europe's up 1.23 collectively. Most of Europe's numbers were better than forecast. Not all of them, but most. And then we have the U.S. markets today with news that could move the markets. Personal income up 0.3. Personal spending up 0.1. They'd like to see those numbers reversed as far as the bonds go. And they would like to see at least personal spending equaling personal income as far as equities go. PCE, which is Janet's favorite measurement of inflation, plus 0.1. Chicago PMI, 58.2. That could come in lower than forecast. Consumer sentiment, 94.5. That could come in lower than forecast. And Baker Hughes rig count, don't know, but last it was 1111. At 941, that could come in higher than forecast. Now, oil prices have been going down, but to get rigs in place, you have to make a commitment over time. So it's not, you can't snap your fingers and have a rig on your job site the next week, and you can't get rid of them that quickly. So Baker Hughes rig count, that number could be higher than forecast than last week's. The focus will be personal spending, Chicago PMI, consumer sentiment, and the direction of the E-mini, which I'm guessing will be higher. And after the news hits, that's probably going to be the market's major focus. Tendency for treasuries. Treasuries can sell at the end of an accounting period. So my guess is we got ourselves a trading range today. First sell is 31 to 03. 7 to 11, sell 2. On the buy side, I'd like to buy 17s to 21s. Pretty comfortable with that. We'll put a question mark at 24. A lot of it depends on the early E-mini action. And then 9 to 13 for buy 2. Looking at the 30-year. Okay, resistance 154 even to the buy to 04. How about, 54.08 to 12 is number 1. So 15 to 19, sell 1. 23.27, sell 2. On the buy side, 28 to the buck would be number 1. 21.25, buy 1. 13 to 17, buy 2. We will be trading treasuries with an eye on the E-mini. I know, well, duh. That inverse relationship almost always holds true early in the session. It gets discarded as you get deeper and deeper into the session usually. And during auction weeks, they don't pay a lot of attention to the direction of the E-mini, or less less attention would probably be a little bit more accurate. Okay, inflation beat the estimates in the EU, and gold's off a little bit. We had a 47 to 50 sell in gold for the Globex or Globex people, and that's accurate. We had a 40 to 42 buy, so we'll leave the buy at 40.42. We'll make it again 47.50 for sell 1, 53.55 sell 2, and then 35.37 buy 2. Okay, trading Globex hours, especially London time, probably not Globex. It's great trading. You're trading against people of the same mindset. You're going against the trading desk of market makers when they know where support and resistance are. They fade those numbers. We know where they are. We fade them. So everybody's pretty much on the same page when London opens up. And don't forget that. That's to your advantage, especially those of you that don't have to crawl out of the bed early in the morning to trade London time. Okay, we were hoping to sell 115 even, get stops above that. They weren't able to take out yesterday's highs. There was some commentary that even with higher than expected inflation, the euro sold. So what would higher inflation have to do with the euro selling? If they meet their inflation targets, they can raise interest rates sooner rather than later. And that's what it has to do with it. So right here, London's last rotate up was 62. The spill from the Globex was at 72. So 60 to 70, sell 1. 90 to the buck, sell 2. We had 30 to 40 last night. We'll keep that. And then we'll make it the buck to 10 for buy 2. Trying to pick up with our buy 1, this area right in there. Crude oil. It's really holding in here pretty well. Got a buyer definitely at 75 right in here. The tensions, I think the deadline, the ultimatum given to Qatar was this Sunday. They have to do something, and they got to stop funding terrorists, and they got to shut down Al Jazeera. And my guess is they probably will become at least more discreet in their funding of terrorism, and the Al Jazeera will probably go on, but we'll see. Okay, we're in our sell zone, so 25 to 45.50, sell 1. 75 to 46, sell 2. On the buy side, 44.75, 45, buy 1. 44.50, 44 and a quarter, buy 2. Citicorp came out yesterday and said they're expecting a rally off the lows of 22%. That's the average. That would take us to $50. Everybody would like that that's in the game. It would encourage more shale oil drilling in the United States, which they won't like. Okay, the E-mini. Yesterday I thought we'd have early morning weakness, but we would find buyers on the break, and I was guessing that we might close the E-mini in the 24.37 area. That's still a possibility today. Obviously, we have to get through 30 to get there. The close on May 31st was 24.08 plus or minus. I think it was 24.08 plus. Forget the exact number. And I think we're definitely going to close above that. So my guess was that we were going to close the contract 35.37, and that's within reach. So I'm more comfortable buying into weakness. I can sell failure to take out 30. So first sell is 29 to 31. 34.36 would be sell 2. On the buy side, 20 to 22. Then 15 to 17. After a trend day down, we expect a pause day, but it is into the week, into the month, into the quarter. So we'd have to go up and take out 24.40 to break out from yesterday's high. I don't think we can do that. So we'll look for a trading range market in the E-mini with a up bias. And it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy with that. I will be back with you as soon as possible. There will be no statistics today. Pat's taking a day off today. Got some other things to do, so no stats.